Because when you are clear, all your decisions are easy, right? Because it's clearly the right choice, right? Now, when I wanted to ride my bicycle from Seattle to Chicago, I have to have clarity. I got to know, well, where am I going to start? Where am I going to finish? I have to know the process. I have to acquire knowledge. Knowledge is a great quality of clarity. And then, of course, diligence. Like, I have to be diligent. I can't just sit around and drink beer all day and think, God, I can't wait to ride my bicycle across the country. Right? Like, you got to get after it and take it from a guy without two hands. If you don't try hard, if you're not diligent at the things that you want, that's it, you're never going to get them. Okay? So yeah, that takes work. I play, well, more musical instruments than I have on this hand. Right? That takes a lot of knowledge, and that takes a lot of diligence. Okay, and riding my bicycle across the country takes that. But it also takes another quality, the second aspect, courage, right? It takes courage to leave my job, leave my home, go on the road by myself, right? That takes a little bit of courage. Okay? There's a lot of danger out there, right? But I overcame that, and I acquired that dream. I actually rode my bicycle from Seattle to Chicago by myself, right? And then there's compassion. Right? Do I care enough to fulfill my dreams? I mean, do I care enough to share my dreams? Right? I have 3 black belts. Right? Kaju Kempo Karate, Danzan Ryu Jiu-Jitsu. I'm a 3rd degree black belt in Aikido, and I know more Kung Fu than a lot of Shaolin monks. That takes a lot of discipline. Right? And that takes courage to show up in a dojo looking like me. It takes a lot of courage to show up anywhere like this, you know? Right? Especially the beach, but I'm just like, ah! Right? Yeah, so it's a challenge, but it's worth it if you have clarity, if you have courage. And then compassion. Do you care enough about the things that you want? You know, when I'm teaching little children, because they're so cute in their little uniforms, you know, what it means to be modern day samurai, yeah, that takes compassion. Am I kind enough? Do I care enough? Am I generous enough with my knowledge, with my spirit, to actually make a difference in their life? You know, those are deep qualities. Those 3 qualities have helped me overcome what may seem like an incredible adversity or disability. But I can stand here and tell you it's great, it's a blessing. I mean, I do get 50% off all manicures, right? I'll never get drafted to war, right? Yeah, there's all these just great benefits about not having 2 hands. You know, one of them is that I get to stand here and just tell you that you don't need 2 hands to do anything, right? And I remember, you know, tying shoes, that was an interesting thing. How long it took, how hard it was, how much kids laughed at me. Right? But to this day, I still wear shoes that tie, even though I have a lot of other options, because I learned something from that. Okay, I learned that though this is hard right now, if I can overcome it, it's actually a blessing. And now I wear shoes with laces on purpose, because when I go down to tie my shoes, kids come running, right? Because they're like, man, I can't, this is so hard. I got to see this guy do it, right? And then when they see me tie my shoes, instantly they are inspired. Instantly they believe they can do more, right? And all I got to do is go down and tie my shoes. It's great. But if I do something crazy like play all these weird musical instruments or ride my bicycle across the country, then it's even more deep. It's even more special. So I ask you, you know, when you leave here, when you're driving home, you know, when you go back to work, when you go home and you're talking to your children, right? When you're cuddling with your sweetheart, yeah, ask yourself, you know, am I clear enough? Right? Am I strong enough? And do I care enough to make a difference? Okay. I'm going to play a little song. Okay, and I always give a dedication on my didgeridoo. And this is so we all may live as modern day samurai. Thank you. Oh yeah, thanks, I need a hand. Right?